That's called favor, you've spoken how much your faith is and when God's making a way, because it doesn't happen. I mean, and all the people who've been there, because so many
How I
people
know
have
how
passed
I
through.
how
Yeah.
know it's this is that's the point. How I know it's real and how I know it's God's favor is because while I was there, I would witness other people come to
Mm,
the studio to try to get a moment, and it never happened.
yeah.
I watched it where he was too busy, and nah, I'm sorry, but he's too busy right now. I'm sorry, he can't, because a lot of people would just show up
Mm,
just to see him or meet him, and that happened at my studio. Once I built the studio years later in Jersey, it was the same thing. People would come outside the gate and they would wait. They would wait for me to come out, and they would, can I come? Can I play you music? So I know he probably dealt with that a lot.
yeah.
But again, it became like, okay, well, why me? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's ultimately God has, a purpose and a plan for our life, not to harm us, but to prosper us.
Yeah.
And that was one of those moments.
Yeah. No, I mean, as I said, anything could have happened. What about the because I remember you did the remix for Men of Vision. Is it Do Things, or
Yeah.
was that one
No,
of the very
so,
first that you
so,
did?
so no, no, no. So let me tell you something though. Do things was second. This remix
Oh.
that was second. Let me tell you what happened. Teddy. Okay, so I don't know if I told you the story, but this is the amazing thing that happened. One day we're all in the studio. Teddy has three Quest vans. These are like these minivans. And
Mm.
he had three of them. And I think one was like Markel's, one was like it was, but they were like studio vans. You know what I mean? Like they use really nice vans, but like really loud systems in it. And one day Teddy pulled up the studio and he just said, "Everybody, grab your bags, grab your luggage. We're going to New York." By the grace of God, I was there when this happened. So everybody's scrambling, but nobody knows what's going on. We just know that Teddy wants to pull out about 5 o'clock that evening,
Wow.
make it to New York by like 11 o'clock, 11:30 or whatever. So you got 10 guys grabbing suitcases, grabbing stuff, getting in these vans, and Teddy tells me to get in his van. So I'm in the van. It's just me, him, and his driver,
Wow.
right? Just us in that van. And I'm in the back seat, and Teddy's listening to Michael Jackson, Off the Wall, and Thriller album all the way to New York. So me being around him and seeing his process, where when he had to do the Mary J. Blige remix for My Love, I saw him listening to Mary all day.
Mm.
So I'm thinking
Ah.
to myself, hold up. What am this, like I'm like, why does he listen to Michael Jackson so much? You know what I mean? Like, like, what's going on? But I do know he sent for Men of Vision to go to New York. He sent for Aaron and Damien to be in New York. So
Wow.
so I'm like, hey, everybody's going to New York. And so um, I'm just like, you know what? Whether it's Michael Jackson, I don't know. But in my mom's, it might be Michael Jackson. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he's just listening to Michael Jackson. So anyway, he's he listened to music. So we get to New York. It's like 11:30 at night. We get to New York, check into the hotel, go to the hotel, go to my room, and I say about 1 in the morning. After I checked in, I'm in my room. About 1 in the morning, I get a call from Teddy. Hey, little bro, meet me in the lobby.
My goodness.
So I said, okay. So I go to the lobby, and we go to the van, and we head over to the Hit Factory. I'm thinking we about to do some work or something. But mind you, I had never really worked with Teddy yet. right? Like I produced a song on Tony Thompson. I worked on stuff, but I had never did nothing with me and him, like physically, me on the keyboard or him on the keyboard, something like that. And we never did like, but I watched. But you know, anyway, I was like, all right, cool. So we going over to the Hit Factory. Next thing you know, we go to the Hit Factory, and it's just us. And who's in the room? Michael Jackson. And he introduced me to Michael Jackson. And I was like, you have no idea. And he was just like, and Michael was telling Teddy, Michael, I think, was working on, maybe it was the History album. And he was telling Teddy, like, you know, I just want your best stuff. And now he was doing his Michael talk. I know the Michael talk now after working with him, but I know the Michael talk. But you know, but he was doing his Michael talk, and Teddy was like, I want you to meet this kid. And he introduced me. And Michael, the first time through Teddy, and I looked at Michael and I said, I'm going to work with you someday. And Michael laughed, he giggled. Teddy was like, nah, Michael, this kid got it. He got it, Michael. He got it. And he told Michael that. And I was just sitting there like, whoa. And then we left. And then the next day at the other Hit Factory, because there's two Hit Factories on the same street. And that was the new Hit Factory. At the old Hit Factory, the next day, Teddy was in the studio downstairs, and I was in a room, like a lounge. She set up equipment for me in a room in the lounge. Teddy was working with Guy and Damien. You remember the song?
Tell Me What You Like?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, for New York Undercover, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for New York Undercover. So I go into the room, Andre Harrell's in there, and they're recording this song. And then Teddy goes, yo, they're going to set you up in the room upstairs in the lounge. I need you to work on something for me. I said, cool. So they set up my career, they set up all my equipment, and Teddy comes up in the lounge, and no joke, he goes just like this. He plays like these 4 or 5 chords. And he goes, these are the chords. Now you do the rest. And I was like, hold on, play it. I was like, play it again, Teddy, play it again. And he played the chords again. And then I got it the second time. And then I started working, and then Men of Vision, what was the lead singer, Spanky?
Yeah, Spanky, yeah.
Spanky came in, and then the rest of the crew came in, and we worked on Instant Love was the name of the song.
Oh, Instant Love, yeah.
Yeah, we did Instant Love, and that was it. That was my first meeting the guys, Men of Vision. That was my first time working on something with Teddy. And then later down the road is when, you know, now I have a relation. Now I've done Michael Jackson. So I've had a relationship with, did I work? No, I didn't work with Michael yet. I'm sorry. I worked with Missy Elliott. So down the road, I get a call to work with Men of Vision and do a remix for Do Things. And then I get see Elliott to jump on it.
Okay.
I'm in the video. We actually shot
the video. In the video, yeah.
Yeah, so that's how that really came about.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of Halftime Chat. Please remember to subscribe, share, and comment. But most importantly, why don't you become a member of Halftime Chat? We've got amazing videos, amazing perks, and being able to support the channel. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care.
I never participated in that category.
And somewhere in between.
For even loving us, on which I did miss you with.
What was it like growing up?
She's still making an impact on 4 houses down.
I have a couple of pieces.
Trying to get this one and that one.
That works for you, but just for me,
No, okay, you're okay.
They don't understand what Jonas Boys are winning all spirits. Play it.
I mean, I love all different genres.